Interestingly, I've just got back from Norwich, where we've had a by-election, which was within only a couple of weeks of our tremendous results in the European Union elections, where UKIP came second overall, second in the country, beating the Liberal Democrats, beating the Labour Party, and within 2 weeks we had a by-election in Norwich. Now it's interesting the attitude of the BBC, public service broadcasting, which we're all forced to contribute to, no matter how biased or appallingly bad it is, and my goodness me, it's getting worse by the day. We were virtually airbrushed out of the entire event. The BBC didn't let us appear on the hustings. They were convinced that it would be a fight between the Liberal Democrats, the Conservative Party, Labour Party and the Greens, although we came miles ahead of the Greens at the European elections, ahead of the Liberal Democrats and ahead of the Labour Party. It seems there is some form of institutional bias in the BBC that wants them to not give UKIP airtime, even when the results came in and we were a close fourth. And if we'd been given serious, fair airtime by the BBC, we would have also beat the Liberal Democrats. Even when they came up at lunchtime on BBC News, they only put the logos and results up for the Conservative Party, Labour Party, Liberal Democrats and Greens. We were airbrushed even out of the result, even when we came fourth, and very nearly came third. It makes you wonder, is the BBC an anachronism? Is it time for it to actually go? Because this isn't their job. Their job is to be unbiased. And they're simply not. They don't even pretend to be these days. And one has to ask the question when it comes to matters European Union. They took, did they not, several hundred £1 million worth of interest-free loans from the European Bank, and also grants from the European Union, which you only get if you are committed to advance, and this is their words not mine, the European project. I think it's time that we really had a good look. An independent commission looked at BBC political bias, drilled right down, and if they want to be biased, like the press, like the Daily Tory Graph, or the Times, or the Daily Mail, which are just Conservative Party organs, I would suggest that they must compete in the open market in the usual way. Then it shouldn't be entitled to public funds. That's something to think about, and I think at our conference we're also going to be thinking: should we pay our levy to the BBC? Should we pay our annual fee? If they can't do the job that they're employed to do, then perhaps we ought to cut their funding off. And we got 3 million votes last time. 3 million people refusing to pay their annual fee to the BBC might make them take up and sit up and take notice. Although I wonder if that's the case. Perhaps they're too deeply imbued with Europhilia to actually do anything about it. But I think the days are numbered for the BBC. The days are numbered, or they've got to get much better than they are.